I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I am your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
Yo.
Before we get too heavily into the podcast, I'd just like to say it's a glorious day, a great weekend, because the Fox and Disney merger went through. The selling of the properties went through.
Yeah, now it's finalized. So $71 billion.
Yeah, 70. They had to outbid Comcast, who outbid Disney first. It was 60 million.
64.
And then Comcast went up to 64, and so Disney, not want to easily be outdone, did it for 61 mil. I mean 71 mil. Excuse me. No, they didn't do
billion.
That's way too much. They didn't do billions. That's
billion.
That's 71 mil. So that's a good thing.
No, 71 billion, not million. It's $1 billion.
No, really? They actually voted for that much?
71 billion. Billion, not million. Billion.
Okay.
Yeah. $1 billion. Like Dr. Evil. Billion.
Nice. So,
yes.
What does that mean? What do they actually get?
Disney pretty much owns
the
the rights to all the movie rights and copyright for all their movies, TV shows,
yes,
and their properties pretty much. their channels, their sports, their news is not part of it. So pretty much that's still Fox. Everything else is pretty much there. So Simpsons owns 30 years of The Simpsons.
Okay.
They got their properties back from Marvel, which would be X-Men, Fantastic Four, and all, which they're excited about because the MCU is just going to get bigger because of that.
Hey, I have a question. What does that put Deadpool? Was that a part of that or no?
Yeah, Deadpool is a part of it, but to what Ryan Reynolds said, Deadpool 2 was the last one that he was going to do if that merger was going to happen.
Oh, really? So that begs the bigger question: how long do they put that character on ice if he's never going to do it again?
You know, it's funny thing is with Deadpool is the fact that it's really on how they want to do the movie. If they're willing to let Ryan Reynolds do what he wants to do with the movie, then he'll keep going with it. But he also sees that the movie, like part 2 of them, was fine. He didn't need to do a third one. Both movies were great, so he was like, "All right, we good. We don't need a third one."
No, but we know how companies and things work.
Yeah.
There will be some down the line, but how long do you think they're gonna wait?
But it all depends on how everything goes. I think you ain't gonna really see anything to this merger until next year. And Marvel's priority right now for that merger is the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
They honestly right now are still back with the X-Men. You probably will not see the X-Men maybe 2020. Or something like that, because then they will add them as well. But the Fantastic Four is their main priority to get into the MCU.
Okay, cool.
Which makes sense.
You know why?
Because
after Thanos, who else are they gonna what other world, destructing things should come next? Galactus.
Yeah. And they're doing a lot of heavy space characters and stuff like that, especially after Thanos. They're gonna do a lot more dealing with the space and the rumors of Nova being part of Guardians 3 and
so wait a second.
The characters.
Are they gonna rewrite anything because of that? Because don't you think that there was no knowledge of this for a while now? some of the stuff that was written, I'm sure, was written around the Fantastic Four, because we know they were around at least during the events of the Infinity War. So they changed they changed how history works.
So they could change that completely as well. The fact that, again, you won't know everything to Avengers 4 and how where that goes and where that leads us and where that pretty much puts the world of the MCU. It's all on Avengers 4. So everything after Avengers 4, that's going to be something new.
Is that something that's not finished yet? They're still writing it?
No, Avengers 4 is done. It's done. It was filmed with Infinity War. No, I'm just wondering. So they're not gonna have any. They're not gonna have any nods or anything. They're not the type of company to let that slide in where somebody adds something like last minute. No. Again, you're not gonna see anything until after Avengers 4. Any movie probably after that, you may see little hints here and there, but Avengers 4 is done. Their extra screens and all that stuff is done. So you're not gonna see anything with the X-Men or anything like that within the Avengers 4 movie.
So no CG Ben Grimm?
No. Not yet.
They're gonna stick him in the park smoking a cigar or something?
Yeah, not just
which would be dope.
Yeah.
As an end credit scene.
I'm just saying, but no.
Or the poker table.
Yeah,
the poker table, yeah. Well, I mean, shit, damn, now that we think about it, like a third of the people at the table, they couldn't have had before.
Yeah.
True.
Now they can. But it's a big thing also. You got to realize that Disney now owns The Simpsons.
So
they own 30 years of The Simpsons. And that's
what's their friend? So Wreck-It Ralph will have The Simpsons in it now? No, I can't.
Well, Wreck-It Ralph. Again, nothing of this deal. Actually, nothing of this deal is gonna go into any of their movies this year.
No. I'm just trying to brainstorm for the future. I know that's not happening now. They're not gonna CG Homer Simpson in a movie now. I'm just saying.
Just think about Simpsons being a part of Disney World.
Yeah, who's the Disney franchise that has everything in it? Is Wreck-It Ralph or is it something else?
Well, Wreck-It Ralph.
Lego is its own thing.
Games and stuff. Yeah, Legos is Legos is under Warner Brothers.
But like Legos is the franchise that will incorporate everybody. So which franchise does Marvel have that incorporates every? Do they have one like that? No. They incorporates all their characters, where it would be like one movie, one show.
Marvel's Marvel. Star Wars is Star Wars. They don't have one movie that connects everything together.
Oh, so they don't have like a fun fantasy movie like that? Okay.
No.
Okay. So now it's time to make one. There you go.
That is Wreck-It Ralph 3.
Yeah.
He made a point. Wreck-It Ralph is video game, so you can't do that unless you put like Homer from The Simpsons hit and run in there.
Yeah. Well, but then again, with Wreck-It Ralph is a little different because now like the next movie is Break the Internet, so basically it involves internet. It involves like Google and Twitter and things like that as well.
Well, no, we'll leave the universe alone. That's okay.
But yeah, there's no like all combination of everything. Marvel does their Marvel stuff, and they have the characters.
All right, so Disney get on that. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna be the main character, but there you go.
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing for Disney to only getting the rights back for, which pretty much what they wanted was the rights back to their properties that they lost many years ago, because
they were willing to pay out of the ass for it. So yes.
Yeah, $71 billion.
A lot of.
I will take 10% of that. I'll take 5% of that.
Give me 2.
Imagine the head honcho's like, listen, I want to see a good Fantastic Four movie. Damn it. If somebody's got to pay for it, it's got to be me.
Murdoch said, I want to see a good Fantastic Four movie. That's what he said before he dies.
Yeah. But
I wouldn't put it past him if it was that petty. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And then X-Men is going to be huge. What they're going to do with X-Men, I have no fucking clue.
No idea.
But
they got to introduce a new Wolverine.
They gotta introduce. You know what? I personally do not want to see Wolverine in the X-Men movie.
No, I want to see them kill him. I want to see them kill him and have a new one.
I don't want him dead. I want the original X-Men, the original 5 X-Men. I want that as a movie. I don't want Wolverine. I don't want Gambit. I don't want Colossus. I don't want nobody over past
Oh,
original 5 movies.
we gotta have Gambit. I'm sorry.
No, I really don't want
and when you said Gambit, I knew Mike was gonna interject.
Yeah, I really don't want.
Slow down, Jay Dizzle.
I really don't want
down.
those extra characters. I really don't. I think
you and like 5 other people want to see the original 5. Me personally, if I want to see the X-Men, okay, understandable. But let me tell you this: I want the original, not the original X-Men, but the second incarnation. I want to see Nightcrawler. I want to see Storm. I want to see Colossus. I want to see the.
Yeah, that's my favorite team. Is that one?
I want them to establish the story. Yeah, I want them to establish the story though. I want them to establish the X-Men story and why Xavier's made this actually show why, and not like just what they did in the First Class and everything. I want them to establish why they're X-Men and things like that.
I mean,
and then that's something they can add into it also.
I'll give you that. This is true. Yeah, like both of them, but I'll give you. You can have the original origin, but I just want. My whole point is, the reason I want it done differently is because there's a whole different set of writers and all that stuff. There's a whole different set of effects team. Like, remember, we got X-Men a while ago, and they weren't done well. If you go back to it now, not all of those. The first 2, we remember them fondly because the third one was such a train wreck. But like, X-Men 1's not that good, man. I don't know what people see in it. X-Men 1's not good. It's bland, and X-Men 2 only has a few good scenes because of Wolverine. I feel like, and Nightcrawler. Like, that's it.
You know what's funny? You mentioned Nightcrawler. I remember I was actually looking at this website, and they actually had like the old. Remember when Wizard used to fantasy cast people in their magazine?
Okay.
They actually fantasy cast Nightcrawler, and actually lined up being the guy that they fantasy cast.
Some of those weren't they?
Huh?
Didn't they hit a few of those? Didn't they have Patrick Stewart as Professor X as well? Yeah. Like that's. Yeah.
But this was like 5, I think maybe 6 to 7 years prior.
Because he had a reputation because I think he was an acrobat as well as like a stage performer. So I guess maybe they knew. I don't know.
Yeah. So he was one of them that actually got picked and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of things they could do with the X-Men. There's a lot of stories that could be put into the thing. And then, again, it's a big, giant step with X-Men because X-Men is such a big world in its own in Marvel.
But I'd like to see James Gunn do a Phoenix Saga type thing because he's good with like.
James Gunn does not want nothing to do with anything but Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, really? How about that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does not want nothing to do with anything.
Well, that makes me sad because he's one of the directors I was talking about. That's one. Unless
if he picks the people that he wants in that sense, that's the only time he'll be interested in it. But right now, the only thing he wants to do is Guardians of the Galaxy.
But you know why I say that? Because I want somebody like him to make me give a shit about the Starjammers.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, he made me care about Guardians. I didn't give a shit.
That's another crazy thing they could start adding is the Shire and things like that. Seeing that they're doing a lot of space characters and stuff like that. So they don't even have to do the X-Men, but they can introduce the Shire and the Starjammers.
How long until the Guardian shows up and gets fucked up?
See, okay, going back to the X-Men discussion though, my thing is since everybody's gonna be under one umbrella at some point, you gotta recast. It's not gonna be Jennifer Lawrence again.
I hope not.
It's not gonna be this First Class type of cast anymore.
No, we know that because it's a different studio. But like, I'm just optimistic because I know that the people who are behind these movies on the Marvel side, they're not gonna let you put out no bullshit.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to another X-Men movie.
Yeah,
I can say with or without Wolverine, but you really can't do an X-Men without Wolverine.
Yeah, you can.
They tried.
Yeah, and it was the better one of the movies.
Which one?
The First Class.
Oh, I hate that movie.
First Class was the better one of all of them.
I don't like it. I couldn't give you a thumbs up on any of them except X2. That was the only one I even watched for.
I personally did not like.
But like 3, we went to the movies together. We saw that. I was thoroughly disappointed. X1, I told you I don't like that. And the one after First Class, I don't like that either. The Apocalypse. Woo!
Oh, I hate
No,
all of them.
Apocalypse. No, we're forgetting one.
Woo,
This
hot
Pass
garbage.
was dope.
Yeah, that was actually not bad. All right.
I didn't like that one either.
You
I
didn't like
think-
Days of Future Past.
I hated it because of Mystique. I hate anything that she was starring in.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't like
Right.
Jennifer? Yeah, I'm not a fan of Jennifer Lawrence's performance as Mystique. She's like
Yeah,
dry.
I really hate her, and like, she really tore me up with that movie. I was like, oh fuck this movie.
Half the time
Yeah.
I forgot she was Mystique.
Yeah,
When I saw them make Havoc hula hoop, I was done.
yeah.
To use his power, I was done. I was like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
I think First Class I liked just because of the whole Magneto Xavier thing. I think that was what really sold me in the movie. I could care less about the other characters. It was more the Magneto and Xavier thing, and how Magneto's powers worked and how he paralyzed him and shit. Yeah, she saw things like that, and that's one thing I gave First Class credit.
It just makes me
Okay,
sad.
Apocalypse-
They used Sebastian Shaw and made him shitty. They used Havoc and made him shitty. They used
They used a lot of characters.
like
in the movie.
the wasn't that the black dude? No. I'm confusing the other movie with Wolverine because the black dude, he was in a shitty movie. Nightcrawler's father, they made him fucking Will.I.am. Remember that shit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Remember
That's
the
a
Blob
waste
in the
of a
boxing
character.
ring? Remember
That
Leah
was
Shriver as
garbage.
fucking Sabretooth in that Wolverine movie? Oh my god.
There's a lot of Fox did I think the best thing Fox did out of all the X-Men stuff is Deadpool,
Yeah, but then
and that's mainly because of Ryan Reynolds.
it was out of their hands at that point, right? Yeah.
And it was
Okay.
mainly because of Ryan Reynolds.
Apocalypse was shit. We
Oof.
can all agree on that. But I did love the Wolverine cameo.
In that movie.
The Weapon X thing, where he escaped the facility.
Okay.
I thought that was cool.
because he had the headgear and all that. And he was killing motherfuckers.
They
and
finally
he
did it.
escaped.
I thought that was cool, but here's my other thing is just I couldn't take that girl as Jean serious. I didn't like her as Jean.
Yeah. I didn't like the cast at all, besides the dude who played
Yeah,
Xavier
I mean,
and
I was-
the dude who played Magneto.
Olivia
was
Munn
it.
as Psylocke was supposed to be for me. It just
Yeah,
wasn't
it wasn't.
good. Just wasn't.
Was it?
And she looked great as her too.
She looked amazing as her. The suit was
It's
made
just-
for her. And it was like the movie sucked.
Wah, wah.
Let it say nothing.
So, I mean, there's only better days ahead for us now, right?
Let's
Right.
hope so. All right, so going that we were talking X-Men, who would you cast as your main? All right, name the team you will have and who you will cast as them.
Look, I'll give you the original 5 because I want to see it done right as well because we didn't get that, and I can agree with you on that, but I feel kind of bad because I want to cast some of the same people, but you can't cast Patrick Stewart again because he's mad old.
I feel that you could cast Patrick Stewart as Xavier anytime because no matter what, he's gonna look like Patrick Stewart.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
can
he's
CGI
mad
him a
old.
bit, but he's old. You want to do this for another 10 years? You can't do that.
Like I want
I
to
mean,
do
Patrick
it.
Stewart's healthy, but come on, he's gonna look really old. Like Ian McKellen looks really fucking old.
And he
now.
retired. He personally retired, right? He said he's done
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's
So like,
crazy.
as much as I really want him to be my Professor Xavier, I can't think of a Professor X. Like you can still have Fassbender because he's a good actor no matter what. His Magneto performance in any of the movies was not bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he wasn't the weak part of
actually
the movie.
strongest. He was the strong parts of the movie.
Yeah. So he can stay as Magneto, but my whole thing is, I guess get fresh faces because all those
Yeah.
people all those other people, they're tainted, dude. The Jean Grey, I couldn't stand her. Cyclops, he was a nothing. He was like, they don't stand
Very
out. They didn't stand
unmemorable.
out. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
he was not memorable.
in the first 3 movies, I actually liked the cast of Cyclops. I wish they actually used him
Yeah,
more.
he was okay, but
Yeah, he wasn't
they murdered him in the last one.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. I think that was like the moment I stopped watching the movie, stopped caring, and that was the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot there. But again, like the lady who was Phoenix, she looked alright as Jean Grey. But like again, this is like maybe there's not 10 years later. It's like maybe 15 years later. How many years later from those movies?
Oh, it's a lot. What, the X-Men?
Right, original X-Men was like
Any
what,
of those
2000?
first three? Any of the first three?
I think
So-
98? No,
so
early
you-
2000. No, it's not 2001.
2000. Yeah,
2000. So 17 years. So I don't know.
Yeah, she's mad old now.
And Cyclops, he's gonna be older too. Like you can't use him. You want the
Yeah.
young ones. Like if you want the younger versions
why
for the
I
original
said-
5.
Yeah, you need cash out. You need to cash
cash
out.
out. I don't have any real. I can't. The only person in my head whose name I know, who's a good actor and is capable in superhero roles, is Grant Gustin. But like, I see him as the Flash. I can't see him as anybody else. I wouldn't dare cast him as Quicksilver because that's too minor of a
I
character.
can see him as Cyclops.
I think about that. Yeah, I think about a Cyclops because
I
he's
can
got
see
that
this.
really wholesome, or like he's a leader type of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can
He
see
has
that.
the voice, yeah. He has that somewhat commanding voice.
But he has the look too. Like he's very
Yeah.
clean cut. He's good at dressing clean cut. Like he's good at being the Boy Scout.
The
So-
only cast I had, which we probably talked about already, was Clint Eastwood's son as Wolverine. That's like my only real like.
I've never seen him.
I
What's
think
he
he'll
in?
fit. I think he'll fit it too.
Yeah,
What's he
especially
in?
if you watch Pacific Rim Uprising.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in that, and it's like, remember we talked about it, and then like we saw Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, he could totally be Wolverine. He has the face for it. Like
Oh,
you give
okay.
him the mutton chops and a cigar, it's
Mhm.
like dead on like the comics, like the way his look is.
Yes.
He has the perfect look, face wise.
Mhm.
That's a big
And
question.
he's not, yeah, and he's not like stocky, but he's not super built and thin. He's not thin either. So he kind of has the.
Well, how
look that
tall
could
is he?
be Wolverine.
How tall is he?
I don't remember. Average height? I don't know. He looked 5'9", but
Don't want to get him too tall.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a
No.
5'3" Wolverine.
No, we're not.
You're never
get
gonna
that, but Hugh Jackman is what 6'1", 6'2".
6'2".
yeah,
They'll probably
he
get
was a little-
they'll probably get a 6-foot guy maybe.
I think I agree with him with Eastwood's son. I think he's about 5'10",
Okay.
Yeah, he's not like crazy tall.
and he's not that big either. But he actually kind of has the look, and then he also has Clint Eastwood's squint.
Yeah, and
There you
I
go.
can see that. Like
There you
that
go.
goes right. That goes good with like '90s Wolverine.
Yeah,
Cigar, just ready to quips, just like firing off quips.
Mm-hmm.
The way Wolverine does, like, I'll still skin you, bub, ha ha ha, some goofy like that. And
That's actually really violent.
No, I want a violent Wolverine. Listen, if they could do Deadpool the way they're doing Deadpool, you gotta do a violent Wolverine movie. Especially if it's gonna be solo.
but then this
Especially-
also shows the fact that if Disney has the properties, if they are gonna do anything rated R,
I wonder.
that's another big thing.
Have
as
they
well.
gone back and said tone down any movies before they've come out to trim the rating down?
No,
No.
because they had it set that is gonna be PG-13.
Well, I just mean like anything that they've made. I don't mean the Marvel stuff. I know their stuff is set in stone, but like, has Disney have a track record of like, oh, this is
Well,
too-
they have
whatever.
a movie studio to do, like Touchstone Pictures is their more mature movie wise,
Gotcha.
but under the Disney banner, no.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
But I say if they own Touchstone, why not just put it through that movie?
Yeah, but it's
Radar
still
movie,
under Marvel.
yeah.
That's the thing, is under Marvel, and Marvel sells toys and sells this. and
Are they
sells that.
against rated R stuff? Would they
I
have
don't
a
think-
problem with Deadpool or no?
I don't see. That's the thing, is that it's going to be a big question is about Deadpool, is the fact that will they keep the franchise going under the belt? The fact that one is a $50 million budget and is making over 100-something million
Yeah,
opening
no.
weekend, and then two, it is a cash cow. That movie, you know what? Deadpool was the movie that paid for Logan.
Deadpool was the movie that got me to eat a 7-Eleven burrito and regret it. That bullshit chimichanga shit is not good. Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, but Deadpool was the reason why that Logan got the green light, is the fact that Deadpool made enough money to pay for the movie.
Mhm.
Because they just threw that movie out there and see what it did.
Yes.
The fact that it hit almost $1 billion and was able to pay for other movies. It also helped pay for New Mutants. that's coming, and then also paid for Logan.
And none of those are gonna be. I mean, New Mutants is not R, right?
Everything I think that's rated R as well, because that's supposed to go more to a horror standpoint.
Oh, okay.
But again, everything that's already in production is still going to come out. Disney again takes control of it after 2019. 2019,
yeah.
that's when they own rights. Yeah. But everything that's already out is still going to come out.
I hope they don't Star Wars 1313 anything.
Yeah.
Because we know what happened to that. Doesn't exist anymore.
But that's again. Then that goes into the video game.
No, it just goes into quality. They knew what they were looking at. They knew LucasArts did not have. I've brought it up before, but I'm just saying, like, so they know not. Again, this just goes into the part with the Marvel thing. They don't let bullshit come out. So I think they pretty much have an eye for quality. So if they see somebody is kind of looking shaky, they shut the shit down.
Like, nope, not at all. Stop your shit. Slap it in the hand.
Let's call some other guy. Okay, here's the thing. Remember, Deadpool went through a bunch of directors.
Deadpool had 2 directors within the whole thing of products, and then when Tim Miller took over it, again, they all were handpicked by Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds was executive producer of that movie. He paid to get that movie done, and then someone secretly pulling it out, and
they still never confirm or deny.
He confirms and denies it all the time.
Oh, shit. Okay.
About what?
That he was the one that leaked it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
He leaked it. He's the one that leaked it, and it got everyone fucking up. And wow, this is the movie we could get. And then Fox had no choice but to be like, all right, the movie's almost done. It's already paid for. Might as well.
So now all we need is somebody to give a shit about a very dark Fantastic Four movie, or
I don't say dark because
a very dark. No, I mean to get it like to do what he did.
Yeah, I don't see Fantastic Four being that, because that's a family adventure movie. If they want Fantastic Four could easily be the Incredibles of Marvel. That's pretty much what Incredibles is the Fantastic Four.
Like, I can see that, but I'm just saying.
It's the family oriented. Like, it has to be. The thing with Fantastic Four, it is a family. If you've been reading, you ever read Fantastic Four comics, it's all about the family. It's all about the four.
No, I'm just saying. Could you imagine if they spun it to a horror film where Galactus was going to eat the planet, and it's just like told from the fucking? You imagine the survivors on Earth
stomach.
Yeah, like how fucked up could that be? Where it's told from the people on the planet and as it's getting destroyed and shit. Like, they've never actually done that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long way, but it's gonna be crazy to see where they're gonna go with it. They already have kind of who they want as Mr. Fantastic and Mr. Fantastic.
Okay. All right.
They kind of have it. They've been talking about it like kind of loudly. They want John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, and they want Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman.
What's the guy from?
Wait, Krasinski from
Office? Yeah.
Oh.
Really? As Mr.
They want him as Reed Richards.
Okay.
I see it. I could see it. I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
Especially if you see his movies, like Jack Ripper shit on Amazon and shit like that. You actually see him do action roles, and he's actually not bad at it.
Okay. But is he more about? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. See, I've only seen him in The Office, so for you to tell me that he's doing something serious, even when him coming out with serious stuff, I'm like, I'm not watching that because I don't think it's gonna be good. But then again, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he had a soldier movie too that was actually really good.
Right, 13 hours.
13th hour, yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna ask, is he good on his own? Does he have any solo like comedy stuff?
He was almost Captain America.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He was on the same casting thing of Chris Evans, and it was Chris Evans, him, Justin Timberlake, and you almost had Justin Timberlake as Captain America.
Yeah.
Again, if he'd have bulked up and shaved up or whatever, you can make anything work if they know how they act.
No, not the way Chris Evans embodied Captain America's character. Like I don't think they could have got anyone else to do that.
I don't know. Justin Timberlake.
I think
in
that, but
era.
you gotta go back to his movies before he became Captain America. Chris Evans wasn't in. He was like a comedic actor.
No,
True.
he did a lot of serious.
He was in. Don't you remember? He was in those.
He did comedy.
Yeah,
he was in those.
Not Another Teen movie.
Yeah, he was in those. That was like his thing for a good minute.
No, he did some serious movies during that time as well. And
no,
he
I'm
also
not saying
did Broadway.
No, I'm not saying it's that, but I'm like he was like really famous for like the teen movie series. Like that was he was the jock in the teen movie series for a long time.
He was that, and then Human Torch. So when they first said he's Captain America, everybody, even me, I was like,
and he was boyfriend number
that's not gonna
2.
be good.
I think it's Scott Pilgrim. I think he was number 2.
Yeah,
but that was
boyfriend
that
number
was
2.
that was after Captain America 1 though.
No, I know, but still.
Yeah,
boyfriend number 2, not boyfriend number 1.
Yeah, and you also had Superman and you had Punisher in that movie as well.
Yeah. So like, dude, like it was the first one I'm saying. Like, man, it could have been anybody. He fucking just turned it on in their head and fucking was like, I'm gonna be Captain America.
Yeah, I don't think I could see anyone take that role in again.
I'd like to take a whatchamacallit? What's the name of the car? The DeLorean back in time to that casting thing and hit Chris Evans in the leg like Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah.
He's on the way to the office and you hit him in the leg with a pipe.
Oh, you mean like Homer tried to do to Mr. Burns?
Fucking take him out and he doesn't make it. Oh shit!
And then you probably had John Krasinski as Captain America because Justin Timberlake got thrown out really early.
No,
the fucking world would be in disarray, and you changed the whole timeline.
He's singing
and
and
dancing.
shit
Show.
Yo, the whole planet is different.
You know, if you would have done that, I think the DC universe probably would have succeeded.
Oh
right,
man,
Chris Evans
who
would have been
knows?
Superman or some shit like that.
Right? He would have been cast as Superman and been amazing at it.
Yo, that'd have been great.
Hugh Jackman would have been Batman.
Oh shit! Damn it! Why don't say that?
Right, the whole shit was shifted because you want to hit Chris Evans with a pipe in the back of the leg.
And then
How dare you, Michael?
Justin
How
Timberlake playing Captain America, and it was a flop. And then you'll have Tom Holland, Iron Man,
right?
which would be a
And Timberland
flop.
was Falcon.
Timberland
is Falcon.
Eddie Murphy was.
Well, then you have Robert Downey Jr. as Green Lantern. There you go. There you
Okay,
go. He pulls it off. Alright, and we're going to take a little break right here just to remind you to follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also on SoundCloud. What we do is we have this podcast, the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. We also have the Wrestling Babble podcast that's hosted by Merc with the Mic, who's a frequent guest on my show. And that should be on Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud. We post those on YouTube as well. So you can check the Merc with the Mic podcast out on his YouTube channel, which is also Merc with the Mic. And also you can catch the It Gets Better I Swear podcast as well as the various other playthroughs on the RedCycloneInc YouTube channel. Thank you. Yeah, because he couldn't be Cyborg because he's black. I'm trying to think, who's the other Iron Man equivalents in DC?
Oh,
Nobody,
Ryan Reynolds would have been Guy Garner.
No, he wouldn't have been involved. He would have been trying to do some Marvel shit. So he would have been in the first Deadpool and it would have flopped. Damn.
Yeah.
No, Deadpool was because it was after Green Lantern, so he did DC first.
Wait,
He'll be a Marvel character. He'll be Hawkeye.
Oh wow,
that probably would have succeeded if him as Hawkeye.
Yeah, but he would have been a Matt Fraction Hawkeye. Fuck, that's his next one. Tell somebody please put that bug in his ear. We need him as Matt Fraction Hawkeye. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm with that. Saving the dog, raising the girl.
What was his name? Pizza Dog? Yes, Pizza Dog.
It was Pizza Dog?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pizza Dog and what was her name?
I had to
Kate.
reread that. I hope that's in the Marvel.
Kate
match.
Bishop.
I've been reading the Fantastic Four one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, when they try to bring the future people over because Reed Richards' X made a whole other universe, whole other
Is that when it's called the Future Force or something like that?
something like that.
Future Foundation.
Future Foundation, where they had the nice white suits.
Yeah, that should
Was that any good? Was it any good?
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
Okay,
and then fucking Sue Storm was at her own eulogy.
What?
It was the future Sue Storm that showed up and became the nanny. Yeah,
And nobody knew?
Cool. Yeah.
She just missed
You find out,
Doubtfire.
yeah, because you thought that the Hulk from the future was in charge, and you find out the old lady that showed up to be the nanny came in with a fake name, with Tabitha or whatever, but she was really old Sue Storm, like 500 years old Sue Storm.
Oh shit.
Well, what's up with that? They can't.
And then
So
Doom killed
they
her.
can't die.
Because Doom was like, I'm going to kill you if I get out of this. And he meant that shit.
Oh.
He was like, sorry, Victor. You know we had to do this. He lit her ass up. It was over.
Really? Was she an old lady, or did they just not
she was
age?
an old lady. Nah,
Okay.
she was just an older lady.
Did they
was
explain the
just able to,
500
like-
years?
Yeah, they did.
She stayed in a bubble her
can't
whole
do it.
life. Is that what?
Nah. Some shit with her and Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic figured out that they could like stay alive, and they, with just them two helping, they were able to keep the the Earth afloat.
Oh,
then
so
shit
some
got too
really
bad.
bad stuff. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is like some crisis thing. All right.
Yeah, because you find out that the machine that Reed Richards X was building, it was only for the elite. Because they said in 10 years the Earth was going to be too fucked up because of global warming, blah, blah, blah. So, when you find out the actual origin of like all these future people that showed up, you find out that after all those people left, like all the elite, the rich, and all that left, the Earth just got fucked up. It just became like a terrible place after that. So they built a time machine to come back to look for that machine, and they using Galactus as a battery.
What? Is he helping them, or is this involuntary?
No, very involuntary. Like their last opportunity
What?
to make this time machine, they needed something super powerful, like more than nuclear.
Yeah.
They were like, well, what's the most powerful thing in the universe? Galactus. So they lured Galactus there, and then pretty much just kidnapped him and used him for his power.
And these are the good guy Fantastic Four doing that?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It was actually a good story, and you know why I wanted to read it? Because it was written by Mark Millar. I was like, I want to read some more Mark Millar stuff, and I forgot he did Fantastic Four, and I forgot how dope it
With
was.
Brian Hicks, the same team that did Ultimates.
With Brian Hitch, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same
cool.
team. It was dope.
Yeah.
Was
look
that
out
the
for that.
last story before they canceled them, or whatever? Put them on
Nah,
hold?
it was something else. Nah, that team left to do, I think, Ultimates. And then
Okay.
some other team took over, and then
Nah, that was after
Ultimates.
Ultimates.
It was,
That was
yeah,
a
it
lot.
was way after Ultimates.
Yeah, it was way after Ultimates. They I think they stopped doing Marvel for a while because Millar hasn't done a Marvel book in quite some time.
No, didn't he leave to do Kick-Ass after that?
No, he did kick ass before that. I think he probably did the sequel.
Right.
Yeah, because I remember when it happened. I don't think he did anything after that with Marvel for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And
you-
Marvel,
Like Jupiter Ascending. He did like some other
the Chrononauts.
Chrononauts, which was dope. Which I'm waiting for that. You know they're gonna announce that soon.
Yeah,
Isn't there supposed to be another Kick-Ass movie?
no,
They
they're
came out with
revamping
Kick-Ass
everything.
comic.
They're revamping everything. The Kingsman's gonna have its own world. I think they're gonna connect the Kick-Ass and Kingsman all together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were just talking about that not so long ago on the news with the Kingsman and stuff.
I gotta read that
So what?
Matt
They're
Fraction
they're both books, right? Originally.
Yeah.
Were they in the same universe in book form?
No.
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 Oh, okay. Interesting. All right.
Yeah. Like all his books are not all connected because he wrote other books. They're not all connected. They just its own story, its own world.
I kind of like it that way. Like,
Yeah.
Did they say why these two?
He's just doing it for the movie wise,
Oh, okay.
not comic wise, movie wise. That they're gonna have a connection.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. But that just seems so random. I mean, besides like the same person who created them, right, is involved. So, but see what I mean? Like that's a cool thing to have happen. It's just that never happened in the books, but in the movie world, fuck it. We just put these two worlds together.
It may be easier in that sense.
Now, does that mean if we can get them together, we could have the Predator be in the same world as Rambo?
No.
Like I would like that.
Like
I don't mean for some reason I don't mean them now. For some reason in my head is 1980s Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger mixed with 1980s Rambo.
Stallone is like
Rambo.
yeah, Stallone is like pushing 70 years old, man.
No.
He'll do it though. Listen,
They
he'll
would.
do it.
Well, they were fucking both in like the last Expendables. No, the second one. They were in the second one.
There's supposed to be a Expendables 4 still coming.
Well, let's hope they can keep it under wraps so it doesn't fucking tank like the third one.
Yeah.
I think that's the first movie in recent history that got fucking tanked by piracy.
Yeah.
Cause like
Yeah.
legit made
X-Men
no
Origins.
sales.
X-Men Origin.
Oh, it did.
Oh yeah, it got destroyed by piracy.
Oh, I never yet see. That's the one. That's the one I never saw.
But it
Origins
also,
Wolverine.
but it also still sucked.
Wait.
So
I apologize. No, I saw that one. I didn't see the second one. Sorry, the Wolverine in Japan movie.
yeah, the first one got it sucked no matter what if you saw
Yeah.
piracy or not. But you might actually get more laughs out of the one that was piracy because you see like the CGI plane and you see like the beginning stages of
I
it.
remember that. Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
And it just looked terrible. So I was like, you may like that one more anyway because this probably make you laugh.
True enough. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
with that terrible gambit they had too. Don't get me
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
There's a lot of bad things in that movie.
A lot of bad
Yeah,
things. It was just
it
one
was-
big bad idea.
Yeah, it was a big ball of shit on a bowl on a
In
slab.
a boxing ring named the Blob. Yes.
It was just bad. It was just everything's bad. I say don't ever trust a movie with a black IP member in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got
that's
a
been
bad
legit
track
so
record.
far.
Yeah.
They've been that's very legit.
Yeah.
He was the perfect candidate to play Vega, and that movie was hot garbage.
Oh god, man, I don't even want to talk about that.
Well, you said Black Eyed Peas. I'm just saying.
It certainly did.
That movie don't need to be talked about. that
It
movie
don't.
was-
Did
It
that?
doesn't deserve it.
I got a question. Did that movie tank Kristen Kirk's career?
yes.
I haven't seen her
Yeah.
in anything since then.
Right, between that and that Beauty and the Beast bullshit.
That one
Kevin-
actually lasted like 3 seasons, four or 5 seasons. Though.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's bananas. I thought that shit was a one and done for real, for real. But then again, I don't watch TV anymore.
That spinning bird kick ruined that whole. It was. Just,
Listen, I didn't
No,
even
listen.
see it, and I'm sparing myself the bandwidth. to see
you
it.
should see it. See
The,
it high.
the
Yeah.
cast though.
Don't
How do you
tempt me.
cast Neil McDonough as a blonde-haired bison? The dude has black hair. He has dark hair naturally, and you cast him as a bleach blonde bison. That makes zero sense.
You
Like
had
this movie was. I mean, Michael Clark Duncan as Balrog was like the only kind of good thing. That was it.
Oh,
It was
he
like-
was?
Yeah, he was. But he
And-
wasn't.
and-
He wasn't
and
that
Jen.
great as him though.
and Jen, Gin. Jen.
Oh, the old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he looked like a regular ass dude. He didn't, because you know what makes him cool is the fact that he's like supposed to be ancient.
Yeah, and he was Luke Cage. Luke Kane.
Oh, you mean the guy?
The guy that played him was Luke Kane.
Right, but
I'd say those are the only two highlights.
damn, you're right.
But then you had this dude, what's his name? I forgot his name. He played Charlie.
Oh my god, he's the worst actor in the whole movie.
Yes. Oh my god.
There's
what's
scenes
his
with
name?
him literally just spacing out. I'm trying to find his name too. I'm trying.
He's in American Pie.
He's an American Pie. He's an American Beauty too, isn't he? Like they make
Wait,
fun of his
which
character.
character? Which
Chris
character in
Klein.
American Pie?
Chris Klein.
Oh, it's that guy. Wow, he's Vega.
No, he's
Charlie.
Nash. He's Charlie
Oh,
Nash.
he's Nash.
Yeah.
Vega was Taboo from Black Eyed
Black Eyed
Peas.
Peas. Yep. And it's just like on paper, him as Vega, he's a very, very handsome, almost effeminate man. When you look at him, you go, okay, I see what you're going for. And he didn't have to do much, but he did too much.
Did too much.
It's too much. Too much talking.
Ooh. Is there like a rape scene with her and Chun-Li like in the anime or no?
No. This was made after and the funny part was this was made after the PG era of I want to say Capcom with Street Fighter, where they were trying to clean it up for Street Fighter 5. This was before 5 came out. And they were trying to put money behind anything Street Fighter related, big budget PG-13 action movie. Yeah. Complete
starring the chick from Smallville.
Yeah, you would think, okay,
okay.
They got an Asian actress to be Chun-Li. They didn't, blah blah blah. I was like, all right, just complete poop.
Yes.
No bueno.
Was
I
she
like
from China.
I don't know. She's Canadian. I know that. I don't know Canadian what.
No. I mean, in the movie.
Oh yeah, well she's
Chinese.
Yeah, she's yes, she's Chinese in the movie. She's
You think she's Chinese?
But I'm saying, did she
How
make a
dare
point
you.
of saying? Because I didn't see the movie at all. I have zero. I didn't see a clip. Nothing. But I'm just saying, did she well, I'm from China, blah blah blah, and Bison came to my town, blah blah.
No, they do that. But the thing the only really cool thing they did with the movie was they kind of left Bison's nationality ambiguous. They say he's Irish, but that he's also just mysteriously in Thailand for some reason all the time, and they never know how he gets there. He just shows up places, so you're always he's supposedly mad old, so you're always led to believe that Bison could be any fucking nationality. You don't know what he is.
She's Canadian.
Which is good because they never established that in the lore either, anyway, right?
No, where he was doing his bad shit.
Where Bison is. They never
where
say
he was
what,
doing his bad shit was in Thailand. It wasn't he was from Thailand.
No.
Right,
They never said he was Irish. He doesn't have a nationality.
Right.
So this
That's
movie gave him one.
But I'm saying in the actual game, they never said.
No, he never has one at all. He doesn't have one at all.
Right.
So yeah, he's supposed to be some old Irish gangster or some weird. It's just not good. No bueno.
Right.
That's weird.
Acting sucks. It's real bad.
Kristen
really bad.
Kurrick. Kristen
Mhm.
Kurrick is Chinese descent and has Chinese Jamaican in her.
No, that's a big thing. Chinese Jamaican,
Yeah.
apparently. I know of people who let me know
She's
that
Canada.
that's a big population.
She's Canadian.
Well, there's a lot of Jamaicans in Canada, especially from Africa. All
Yeah.
there.
But there's a real big Chinese population in Jamaica. That's really surprising to a lot of people.
Yeah, that and what was that look like? Hinduish? 'Cause I had a teacher who had to make a point that he was Jamaican, to the point that he brought Aki and Saltfish to class.
Wow.
I'm like, we get it, you're Jamaican. You didn't have to bring a whole dish. This is a fucking class. It's not even about. I mean, I was in a food course class,
Yeah.
but this shit had nothing to do with food necessarily.
You could tell that was his whole life.
Like, I'm
He just
Jamaican.
making that mistake.
Even though you look like I proved he was teaching some sort of chemistry class.
Yeah, he like a Bollywood
Stop.
superstar, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, he just looked like an Indian chemistry teacher, but he was Jamaican, and he had to make a point that he was Jamaican.
Did he?
I'm like,
did
we
he
get it. Every week I went to
emphasize it
class, I
with
just want to say, we get it. I got it. You're Jamaican. I can't believe it. My mind is blown. Can you teach the class? Thank you.
Oh wow.
This is economics, not how Jamaican am I. Let me show you the ways. That's what it was. Yeah, it was. But God damn it, if he didn't say Bumaclot at least once.
I'm about to ask you, did he at least give you the rundown of catchphrases? Did he go Bumbleclot?
Everything.
Did he say something
He
about a beef patty? Did he talk about whoever the fastest runner was at the time? Like the whole checklist.
Cool Runnings was the greatest movie ever made. John Candy could do no wrong. All those things. Everything. He was so pro-Jamaican, I couldn't take it.
Oh Jesus! They're singing the bobsled song. Jamaica, we got a bobsled. Well, Legend of Chun-Li poop.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
point
I would
being-
say Super Mario Brothers movie is better than that movie. I was entertained more.
Damn.
This is like after going back
Can
and
I
watching
sit
Super Mario
through
Brothers again.
Can I sit that? Can I bring like an eighth?
An honest opinion, if you watch Super Mario Brothers now, you would go, "This movie wasn't made for kids." You could probably sit through it because it's dumb.
No. I mean the
Chun-Li,
Street Fighter movie. Can you sit through it again?
Legend of
Watch
Chun-Li.
it.
No, it's just too dry.
It's not
Like that's like a movie
not-
it's not funny. The action is very, very is very, very low tier. The acting is not good. It's like you can't
They're
find.
not even to goof on.
It's not like a Nicolas Cage movie where he is a character. Where his movies aren't necessarily good, but he is a character. It's not like that. You might just want to go, hey, let me just stare at Kristen Kirk as she does Chun-Li's kicks, like she does like one. So there you go. She mostly uses a gun.
She uses a very terrible spinning bird kick.
Yes, she does.
The
It's
movie
very-
wouldn't be complete without that stupid kick being done.
Oh my god! But she did it in a club, and it looked like two people were holding her legs sideways and
Really?
and then walking around with her.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
terrible.
It was really bad. It was really bad. I don't know how I got through the whole movie, but it was really bad.
Man,
You
I
need
hope
to watch
some.
it with somebody. There needs
I
to
hope
be
somebody
some
at
sort of
Marvel
thing.
Studios buys this.
Watch it with your girl.
Street Fighter.
Torture her.
I'm not. She wouldn't be up for it. She's not for the bullshit. Especially-
I can't watch
I've
that
been-
movie.
I'm trying to get her to watch Soul Plane right now. Because
Yeah, I
we were
can't
at
fight for that.
we were at Blink, and that came on my elliptical,
Mhm.
and I was watching that shit just giggling, even though I couldn't hear shit. Because I remember watching it and like loving every minute of it because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm like, baby, we watching this shit. 'cause
Is it a comedy all the way
yeah,
through?
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg's the pilot. He ODs on mushrooms and dies, and they got to try to land the plane. It's ridiculous. Kevin Hart owns the airline. It's ridiculous. Let's just put it that way. It's ridiculous across the board. Tom Arnold is the white dad that's upset because his legal age teenage daughter is hanging out with all the rappers in the first class. It's a whole fucking thing.
Wow, that's hilarious. Damn. All right.
It's ridiculous.
You talking me into it. I'm just saying.
Snoop Dogg's the pilot.
Yeah, I was about to ask you how did he get his license, but you know what? Let's not even go into. Did they show that?
Yeah. It's one of those stupid movies that you
Okay.
get a good laugh out of.
Do you remember Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, do you remember the black dude that was in jail? That the voice actor?
He talks to Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
he's beat by
Oh,
Gary
okay.
Anthony Williams, like
Okay,
that
yeah.
voice actor. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's in it as a very, very flamboyant gay flight attendant.
Okay. With the
That's
same
how
voice though?
ridiculous. No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No. You gotta watch Soul Plane with me. You know
Yeah.
what? We gotta do a double feature. You pick a movie, I pick a movie. I'm picking Soul Plane. We're gonna make this the thing. Yeah. We're gonna make this. You heard it here first. When it gets better, I swear. I
Well,
think it's
then
gonna be
I
like a
have to-
movie challenge.
I had to make you watch a Nicolas Cage movie then.
Okay. No, listen. We could watch it together. Make it a day. Like one day we'll watch one movie, one day we'll watch another movie, and we'll report back. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Oh
it,
boy,
'cause-
that
Yeah.
There's a movie with Hayden Christensen, aka Darth Vader, young Darth, and Nicolas Cage as like Templars, and he ends up in Japan as like some weirdo on a mountain with an eye patch, screaming
Okay.
with like this super attractive Japanese assassin wife. It is just like, what is this movie? But apparently Hayden Christensen is a badass. I didn't know he's been like I guess he's been training in martial arts and whatnot. Like he's like legit a good action like star for the movie, playing the straight man. It's really good because he's not whiny. He's not what people are accustomed to.
Right.
And so it's really jarring to see him being a legitimate badass and Nicolas Cage being just nuts. But I don't know. I guess
Is
people.
this what we're watching? Is this what we're watching?
Yeah, I gotta find that movie. Yeah. That's you gotta see it.
Okay. I'm gonna figure out the Soul Plane situation. I'm pretty sure I bought it, so I'm gonna look through, the old DVD collection that I have in my closet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I have it.
Okay. Yeah.
That or my ex had it. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna check. I'll buy it.
It's gotta be on something, right?
Probably. I'll check.
It was on Netflix for a while. I don't think it's
It
on
was.
there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I'll look. I'll see if it's on Hulu. I'll check.
Okay. Well, there you go. Challenge set.
It's not worth more than $10.
There it is. It won't be. Listen, I'm looking at the $5 bills.
Unless there was like
anywhere.
a special edition that was shaped like a Converse with
or
wings
it's
on it.
shaped like a pink fuzzy dice. Because
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that was.
that was in the window in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Snoop Dogg is the pilot. Wow.
Snoop Dogg's the pilot, so it's
But
ridiculous.
they're tests. You can't just fly. Whatever. If you fly a plane, fly a plane. All right.
Method Man was in it for some reason.
Hmm.
I forgot. I gotta watch that movie again.
Okay. Gotcha.
So yeah,
Definitely.
we gotta watch that.
Well, before we finish up the episode, nothing else really to report. I would like to highlight the fact that Monster Hunter put another monster in, another arc tempered monster, which is like good. Yay, free stuff. So that gives you another armor set. It's Vaal Hazaak. It's a big half dead. It's like a dragon wearing other dead dragons.
I see.
And it's stinky because it has like stink lines coming out.
I'm
like
not
it's
gonna
terrible.
lie, besides playing to like finish up certain weapons,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm stuck because I don't see like besides fighting the 2 tempered Beetlejuices, nothing has come up to fight.
No, you
anything
have to
else
do
tempered.
that. Like if you haven't done that, that's what you have to do.
No, remember we did it, but it's like
Oh, you
nothing
have to
else
get to a
popped up.
certain. Oh yeah, that's right. So it's like probably HR related.
Right, because I'm still HR 39.
Yeah, you have to be 50. Oh, you have
you
to be
gotta be
40.
50.
You have to be 49 to see Karen, and then you have to beat yours, and then you get past 50, and then that's when you can see the stronger versions of all the monsters, the elder dragons, because you can't do the elder dragons on your own until you unlock that, basically.
Right. Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I think the trend is they're gonna slowly be doing all of the elder dragons as these things called arc tempered. So if that's true, then we'll get more in the future. I think my feeling after fighting like the Karen, which was I think last week, and it started 2 weeks ago and ended, and then fighting this thing, it was like I feel like the way the monsters fight and the special effects that they have on them as arc tempered is probably the way they intended the fight to be, but it's so hard that they had to tone it down because like it's fucking rough. Because like the stink lines that come off of the monster, like it has like a gas that comes off of it. It blocks your ranged attacks. So if you try to shoot it in the back or anything, you just can't. It just bounces off, and it can stack the smoke on top of itself. So say you and your people are fighting it, the entire fight, like there's a smoke coming out of the monster, and then it can do an attack and put more of the gas out. So you're getting hit with the one that was coming out of it on top, and on top of the one that it just put on top of you. So you're literally just standing there, your health is draining. So it requires like a little bit of coordination with the items you have, so you don't just burn through your stuff and use all of your boosters and all that stuff. So it takes some work, because just playing with randoms is like it's real a very, very high risk of just people dying. There's a lot of people you would think would be prepared, they just aren't, because they just think, oh, I'm just gonna run in here and just hit it until it dies. Meanwhile, the gas is killing you. So it's cool to see that even at this stage in the game, there's they have ways of making you use different strategies and stuff, and it's free. Okay, I ain't had to pay for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they didn't make you pay fucking $5.99
Nope.
to fight a monster. They
Nope.
could have easily done that, but they
yeah,
didn't.
they can
like
charge
Street
the
Fighter
pack.
5.
Exactly. So that's why I'm glad the Monster Hunter team is a completely separate unit, and they know better. And the fact that they sold so many units is like, yeah, you're gonna be getting free stuff for a good minute, because the 3DS one sold past expectations for them, and it was like an entire year of free content.
Yeah, dead ass. They stopped doing the free month shit. Well, yeah, when it made a year.
And they didn't actually charge, so there was never paid content, but like you got free content for like an entire year, so that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was either like Calico, weapon,
Yep.
costume,
And they still did the crossover stuff too. So also that we didn't get that one yet. That was announced at E3, so that wasn't this week. So I don't know when it will be, but there's a behemoth from Final Fantasy coming.
Oh yeah, I saw
Hunter.
that. I saw the trailer for that.
And again, that's free. Like, so again, it's just stuff to look forward to. So
Because
It's
I
coming
reached
out on
the
the
point.
Switch too.
yeah,
the XX.
Yeah.
no, that's out. Double Cross is out.
They're coming out on the
this is
Switch
just,
in America.
Yeah, Double Cross is confirmed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's coming out. It
Oh,
hasn't come out
I
yet.
see. Yeah,
Right,
yes,
Generations U.
because I know it's
something
the
like that.
Japanese.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. Yeah, but they're two completely separate games. But the cool thing is, the Double X one is the one we were talking about that got a bunch of free content.
Yeah.
So that series of games will probably get a ton of free stuff too. But like, a lot of people are finding it hard to go back and forth. Like, people previewing it are like, yeah, there's some controller stuff. It was way different. This is the older, harder Monster Hunter without the
Right.
the nice like, hey, this is a trail to show you where the monster is. But also, hey, you already know where the monster is, and you can't turn this trail off, so watch it break your neck every time. You know what? Sometimes I don't like that shit. It's not all good. Yeah, it's not always good.
Right.
So anyway, it's good to see them appreciating the people playing the game. Hey, dude, you spent money, and a lot of you did. Here's some free shit.
Right. And there's
Good job.
There's people still playing Generations.
Yeah, because Double Cross isn't out yet, so they got some. If they never left that game, then they still have to, have something to play.
Right, it's true.
Because those communities don't dry up either, because they don't turn the servers off immediately, which is great.
Right.
That's another good thing.
That's
So.
nice, yeah.
No, that's about it. Unless anybody got something else.
That's it.
Nope. All right, so thank
Monster
you.
Hunter talk.
Yeah, buddy.
Sure.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Mark, you got anything coming down the pipe?
I've been running Far Cry 5 on Twitch. I've been doing it daily, so check that out.
Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, I should have some gameplay for God of War. I'm continuing where I left off.
Okay.
And that's about it so far.
Nice. Oh, question. Do you know if for God of War, is there any DLC planned that they've announced or anything yet, or no?
Not any time. Not yet. They haven't announced anything for DLC yet.
Okay, cool. Because I was thinking there was going to be like an announcement at E3, but no. Okay.
No, it didn't have like a season pass or anything.
Okay, because I don't have it, so I don't know. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it didn't sell like with a season pass or anything. Usually they'll do that to give you a heads up, like, oh, this is coming out, but no, there was nothing like that.
Okay. Well, I'm interested. Definitely interested to see where they go with that.
Cody comes up Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely. I have my points saved up. Street Fighter 5. Like you said, I've been looking back into the game, and now that it's a fully featured game, having some fun with it, just with the solo stuff, challenges and stuff. So I'm excited. Oh yeah, shouts to Up Down Down with the Kenny Omega versus the New Day versus the Elite. That happened at E3. So he got to preview the character. So Finally, it'll be in everybody's hand, and they're doing a 2-day free trial. No, they're doing it for the week or 2 days. I think it's 2 days free trial for the character.
Okay.
So looking forward to that. But that's about it for this episode. Make sure you check out RedCycloneInc on YouTube. We've got some playthroughs going out there. Just finished the Lost Planet playthrough, Lost Planet Colonies. I'm thinking about what I'm going to be starting next. Maybe something on PlayStation 1. Maybe something. I don't want to do Yakuza yet. Not yet. That's a long ass game, man. That's a long ass game. Like three Yakuza games came out in 1 year.
Oh damn.
No, 4 when Kiwami 2. No, I'm counting 0. I shouldn't count 0. 0 didn't come out this year. Kiwami 1, 6, and Kiwami 2. All the same year.
So I guess start from 1.
No, I don't. Oh, you mean? Yeah, you know what? I could play that.
Start from 1, then go slowly through the story.
Yeah, I could try start doing that. But that's, like I said, that's a long ass game. So we'll see where we go from there. I'm probably gonna. Maybe I'll do Devil May Cry 4.
Cool.
Since I haven't done that yet.
I haven't played that game in a long time.
I might do it as like Trish or Lady because of the special edition. Like,
okay.
It's fun like that. But other than that, make sure you check us out on all of our social media. We got Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and we also have a WordPress blog. That's all RedCycloneInc. Check out Merc with the Mic stuff. It's Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud. We also have one too. You'll find the Wrestling Babble there, and the It Gives Better Fair podcast also shows up there too.
Yeah.
So, give them the Facebook group is no, for the wrestling is what is it? The Wrestling Babble.
The Wrestling Babble.
There you go. Check that out. Check out the RedCycloneInc Facebook group as well. And that's about it. Thanks for listening.
Peace out.
Peace.